So what was the biggest struggle that you've made it through?
So I had some health issues. It was started when I got pregnant with Jordan. So it's been about 10, 11 years ago now. So I have this condition called POTS. It's postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And doctors didn't know like anything about it that long ago. It's getting more popular now because of COVID. People are developing it after COVID.
Well, popular sounds like it's a good thing.
Well, yeah,
Should we say
everybody's
something?
got.
It's becoming popular. It's mainstream now. Okay,
Well,
sorry.
now I don't know. People post about it all the time, like, "Oh, I got POTS."
Yeah,
Anyway, it's from COVID. But anyway, I don't know what mine was from. I think it's just they don't really know where it comes from.
yeah.
But basically, my heart rate gets really high when I stand up. So when I was pregnant with Jordan, I noticed there was one day I went into Kmart, and Kmart was still a thing, and I kept almost passing out. So I had to like squat down. And ever since then, it was my pregnancy was hell. It was pretty bad. But like the doctors, they're like, no, like it's just mono because they thought for some reason I had mono at the time. Um, I don't know if I actually had it then or if I had it just at some point in my life because I don't know what blood test they did, but I don't know. Yeah, they just kind of brushed it aside. Because like I'd go in there and they're like, oh, well, your heart rate's fine, but like they always took it when I was sitting down, so you're not like you're not gonna see it then because it only happens when you stand up. Um, and then it ended up getting better after I had Jordan. I went back to exercising. And then I got pregnant with Kyra and it started up again. And it was pretty bad. After I had Kyra, I developed new symptoms and they ended up finding that I had something called Chiari malformation. So I was having like headaches every day and they were like coming in the back of my head. Um, my body parts, like certain body parts, would just fall asleep at random times. Um, I was getting, see, like my blood pressure was really weird. It's like my blood pressure would get high and it would just kind of like dip and then come back up. Like it felt terrible. But anyway, I got to the point where I couldn't really function anymore and I couldn't stand for longer than like 2 minutes at a time without almost passing out. So I don't think anyone really realized how bad I felt, but I ended up getting brain surgery for it in 2018, and it's actually been quite a bit better since then. So that's helped a lot of my symptoms. Like I'm still on medication to keep my heart rate down, but I'm able to function somewhat normally. So I'll never be 100%, but I'm grateful that I'm at least able to have a job and take care of my kids now because during that time I couldn't take care of the kids. I remember there were times where I was like crawling through the house on my hands and knees because I physically couldn't stand up straight. So like I had a 2.5 year old, Jordan was two
Mhm.
and a half, and then a newborn, and I was trying to take care of him, being as sick as I was. So it was pretty rough.
Yeah, I remember visiting you sometimes, and you just kind of chilling in that chair.
Yeah, I had like a certain chair that
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it stinks, and that's kind of sucks too, because I think it's hard for people to relate when they haven't been through something like that, like to
Hmm.
really understand what you're going through. So, because I mean, to be real, like I didn't know what you were going through either. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I feel like
um,
most people didn't,
yeah,
but I don't know. I felt like I kind of went through it alone. Which I mean, you lived in Kansas City, so I'm
yeah, we
like,
lived what two and a
I
half
was,
hours or 3 hours
yeah.
away
So
or
like,
something.
I was in Joplin at the time, but I don't feel like I really got the help at home that I should have gotten. I feel like I was kind of neglected a little bit. Just told that I was a hypochondriac, and so
That sucks.
that kind of sucked. But
Yeah,
I made it through it. So
glad you did. Yeah, no, no. I mean, I'm glad you did too. I'm glad
it was,
you figured out something. Because yeah, you're honestly. I mean, you're doing like intense work now too. You know what I mean? Like you're
hmm
doing like it's not like I'm able to work now and you're like sitting at a desk. You're actually doing like real physical work.
yeah. So
So
I'm
yeah,
a paramedic.
you can tell more about that.
Oh, so yeah, after I actually didn't even know like when I started going to school for it, like I was still like kind of symptomatic at the time. So I'm like, I don't even know if I'll be able to make it through the schooling. Like I didn't know if I'd actually be able to physically do the job, but I did it anyway. So, and it's been fine. I mean, there's been times where like I forget to take my meds. My heart rate's high. Like the other day, we had to carry this guy up the stairs, and that's when I remember that I forgot to take my meds. So I'm like, my heart rate's really high. I'm like, I feel terrible.
When it's too late when you're carrying someone.
Like,
It's serious. Oh no, my heart. I forgot my meds.
I forgot my meds.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
so it's fine now. Like towards the beginning of my career, like there's quite a few nights where like I always felt okay. Like I never really felt like I was gonna pass out, but like my heart would just like be beating so fast, even on meds.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, I don't know. I guess it took a while to completely recover from. I mean, I'm not completely recovered, but
Again, I didn't know that either.
recover enough to.
Yeah, I didn't know you were still taking meds for it.
Yeah.
So, well, you seem good.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't have guessed you were still on meds. So.
Yeah, I still have to take meds.
Yeah, gotcha.
I
okay.
tried to go off of them like a month ago. I was like, I think I got better. Which, like, being in the medical field, I should know better. But anyway, like POTS, like the symptoms can kind of like come and go throughout life. So I'm like, well, maybe it went away.
Well, so what happened? So did you get like the same symptoms come back, or was your body detoxing from getting off the medication?
Well, that's what I was wondering. So I gave it, I think I went like a week. So, because I know like the first few days, like you can kind of have like I think it's called like a paradoxical effect. Maybe I'm saying that right. Anyway, so like you can go off your meds and your heart. So you're used to like having like, so I'm on a beta blocker.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having like a lot of that adrenaline and stuff blocked already. So like when you don't have those meds anymore, you get like almost like this excess.
Yes,
like
you feel
adrenaline.
good. Yeah.
No, I actually feel terrible.
Oh, okay.
My heart rate was really high.
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but
yeah.
That's what I was told. So like you could have like your heart rate could be higher for a while, like after you go off the meds.
Got it. Oh, okay, gotcha.
But it stayed that way.
But you only tested a week though, right?
Well, yeah, because it got really bad.
Oh, got really bad. Gotcha. Well,
It's like
that's fair.
I can't do this anymore.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I just always wondered about that because I mean that's clearly like a pretty serious medication. So you think like with anything, like you'd have crazy withdrawals and maybe detoxing going through it. But
yeah, I don't know if I said that right. I don't know if it's a paradoxical effect, but it's.
I mean that sounds right. So yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. So the adrenaline wasn't a good thing.
No.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
No.
When you said I have more adrenaline, I was like, oh, you had more energy. Like, no, it's the opposite. Oh, okay.
No, my
Sorry.
heart rate was really high.
Okay, that makes sense.